So, did you think you were done at any point after?
I'm gonna try not to smile as much because I think I'm blushing. But yeah, did I think I was done?
No, I mean when LAFC declined your option or whatever it was, like did you think about retiring at that point or what? What was that kind of like after that?
It's a good question. It's a good question, but no, I did not. For a second, thought I was done playing when I finished with LA. Obviously, after the season that I had, even going into the summer to the winter, our conversations definitely didn't lead me into thinking I'm hanging it up this year. But I was looking forward to the next one, and after that happened at the end of the year, I just went into the off season with a lot of hopes. Definitely knowing, it's one of those where it's not about time to move again. I was looking at time to just settle down and, enjoy the riding, lift a cup. But that didn't happen last season, so off season was a little bit rough.
So then, how did it come about with Cincinnati, and how many other teams were you considering? Like what set FC Cincinnati?
I was considering. I won't say everyone, but I can't say that. There's been history between me and Cincinnati, obviously, and not one I was really happy about because obviously you want to be part of something new. So when I was in Sierra Leone when I got drafted back in the days, and it was amazing. And then hearing my draft got traded, I was like, oh man, what just happened? So it was one of those, but. Hunter Hunter Freeman, you guys got to interview him. I have texted Hunter for over 5-7 years and say, what's up, man? Can I finally come back? Can you renew that draft pick? So obviously when they called me this year, it was a surprise. It was a surprise. I had other conversations going on. And for me, it's that relationship, having a relationship with people. I know Hunter and, Dominic Kinnear that I played for. Chris Albright, who's kicked me a bunch of times when he was back in the days of Galaxy. So when I had that feeling, I was coming to an environment that had people that I knew, I was comfortable to make that choice.
So, you ended up scoring 14 goals that year for Colorado instead of coming here and being on a fast-paced team. Maybe it kind of worked out better that you're coming now.
Who knows? That 14 goals here would have taken us even farther than just that season. No, but it was good. Again, it's just me. I'm happy to play for the different clubs that I've played for. I go in there open-hearted. I go in there with my family, and I love the people, the fans, and obviously the fan base that FCC is growing around here is amazing. So to be, part of that, to come here, I know I don't want to say too late, but it's actually the right time to come over to.
And how important is it at this stage of your career to be on a team that compete that will contend for trophies, down this season?
It's massive because I think any player at this, time of your career, you're always, they're always thinking, I'm going to a team to kind of finish up. You're not going to play much, you're not going to this. But again, last season, my last couple of seasons, last season to this season now, I'm part of, two of the best teams in the league competing to try to win something. And for me, it gives me an extra motivation to wake up in the morning, an extra motivation to come in here knowing the fact that I'm not coming on vacation, just, to come hang out, smell the grass and be done playing. I'm over here with a team that's top of the table. So I want to make sure I keep the standard that the team has, so going forward.
Kai, welcome back.
Thank you.
Where do you think your skill set fits in with what this team is trying to do, and how do you think you can impact what's going on the field? On and off the field, I guess.
My skill sets, where does he fit in? You're gonna have to ask the coaches about that. That's how they and the scout. That's how they drafted me to come here, come join the team. But I want to help. I definitely want to help. I see how the team is playing offensively going forward, and that's really, really good. So I want to add what I've achieved, acquired, learned over the years, to inject into the locker room, inject into, a striker like Kevin, what he's doing right now. It's so good, and be able to help them. But even, the younger guys that's playing. So for me, it's not just about getting on the field and playing week in and week out, but, help relate some of the information that the coaches are giving So I might be the one to be able to understand it faster than the other guy. So how do I translate that quicker to the guys next to me? So hopefully I'm able to do that this time around, because the first time I was around here, I didn't get to do that.
There's quite an African presence on this team. I think guys like Teenage and Obi and
Okay.
having Sierra Leone
Yes.
background, but you've been here in the United States a long time, a citizen for a long time.
Yeah.
Do you think there's an ability to maybe help some of the guys who are new to MLS, as you were just saying, translate that to what's needed specifically in this league and the challenges?
Yes. If I can help the other African players, then MLS is going to have to pay me for an ambassadorship for that. It's not my job. But Obi actually told me yesterday. Well, actually, I guess he's the captain, the African captain on the team, and he wants to hand it over to me. I was like, nope. You take over. You're the man. But it's great. It really does make all of us feel comfortable. And for myself, again, playing for Sierra Leone, representing Sierra Leone, playing in the African Cup of Nations, and seeing some of these guys, and talking to Kevin yesterday actually, and just talking to him about Togo, and say you're the new king of Togo, and it's really good. It makes the locker room lively, and it makes them feel comfortable. But for myself, being around the league for as long as I have, hopefully I'm able to help them grow, so they can be the bigger names and faces in this league.
How are you feeling physically coming in? I guess first day of training, do you feel?
I just don't know what time it is. I'm all over the place. I'm jet lag. I've been flying here, flying there. But when you step on the grass, the guys make me feel so good. Like, I was at the game, watched the game, came into the locker room. There's already jokes from some of the guys, and just mocking me and stuff. But they welcome me. It's first day, but it feels like I've been in for like at least a week, so it's good. Yeah.
Did you at one point retire with your national team, and then because I know you played in March, did I see that you had retired? And
Yeah, I
then
retired
like
3
what-
times.
Yeah,
Just with the national team. Yeah, it happens.
Just felt like it was time to pass the torch at one point.
Yeah, one time, a couple times it was definitely, you feel like something, but the other times, it was tough. It's hard again playing for national teams in Africa. There's a lot of things going on off the field, and for me, I've always been an advocate for younger players, for people of Sierra Leone in my country, and want to see soccer or football grow in the country. So sometimes, I get frustrated about if I'm not seeing the vision and how we can grow. I've been in a lot of teams. I've seen what's good, what's bad. So if I'm trying to tell you that this is good, this is how we can, win or make something better for not just me, for the other younger people, and if it's not working, so it wasn't. But again, when you have your brothers and everyone, meaning the guys on the team, calling for your help, saying, we need a senior guy, presence like you, to come back and help us, I can say no. So I joined the team again.
How have you been able to stay active in the game as long as you have? What do you do that's different? Because I asked Pat Noonan why he didn't play until he was 40, and he said
here it
he
goes.
just didn't have the discipline.
What do I do to stay playing until I'm 40, 41? I'm going to 45, so I told Miles that today. He's like, yeah. Because we played the last time I played against FCC, Miles came up to me on the field and he goes, dude, are you really 40? And I'm like, yeah. How are you still going? And I'm like, don't you worry. So I just love that. I love this little banter on the field. I'm running around. And but I told him today, I was like, yeah, 4 more years. I got to take it all the way. He's like, really? But it's good. For me, I've always been active. I love running. I love cross country. I love just, staying healthy, no drinking, smoking, all those things. I just love my body. And I just want to compete, because I feel like if I push myself as much, then hopefully the next younger guy next to me, because that's how I used to look at it. I saw guys playing to 33, 35, and I was like, okay, I want to pass them. So if I've done that, then hopefully some other guys can try to pass, me.
Do you get tired of hearing about your age, like, that being a
Just one thing, hey, in the stadium when they put warm-ups, I see they put people's names and age. Yeah. Mine is going NA. You cannot put
Got it.
that can't happen.
Age
Okay?
dropout.
No, but no way. I love it because it shows, that it's not the age. People always say that, but just work. The harder you work, the more you're gonna achieve whatever you want. Yeah.
Did Kevin Denke has crazy routines, for a young guy, do you feel like you can kind of help him in that? Just he seems
Routines to
like he's
get
already
ready?
trying to do things to take care of his body. How important is that for the younger guys that they start that now? Is that something that you learned early on?
Yes, it's great. I started really early. It helped me a lot. Again, being in high school, I played volleyball, played soccer, run track, cross country. I did it all, and stretching and those things. It's kind of awkward sometimes when you're younger and you're more flexible than the other guys. Everybody's looking at you like, why you know? But for me, I loved it. So all those things translate to yoga, doing yoga and those kind of things. Like, it really does help taking care of your body. The sport that we play, it's all about that. So if somebody's doing something, massages and those things, it really helps.
So yoga's the key for
do yoga with Kai. Let's do it.
With Kai.
Yoga with Kai.
Don't say that too loud.
No,
They might make you doing that.
I know. Cool.
I had one more, but that just told me.
Yeah, you can save them for later.
Yeah, you said a lot about it earlier, but the fact that you've played a lot of big games in your career, played in the World Cup finals, just talk about that experience, and a lot of these guys haven't done those kind of things. So.
Yes, I mean it's great. That's why you bring players like myself in here for those moments. Playing big games, it's really important. That's why everybody wants to play. But team has already been playing that. Team has won Supporter Shield. Team has won USL Championship before. I mean, the history is there, and it's not just me coming in. We have to respect the history that's on the board, on the walls when you walk you walk past. But yes, with the younger guys, hopefully when those times come and you get moments to play in games like that, you're able to keep everybody calm, and hopefully one or two comes over to you to ask you a question and say, how is it? But that doesn't mean I don't get nervous every other day I play a game. Every game's a big game.
I was going to say, maybe looking forward too far to the weekend. There's a game on Wednesday, but hell is real this weekend.
I'm looking forward to tomorrow's training, man.
Fair enough. So you've been on the other side, though. I'm not sure you've ever played in a Hell is Real, and no one knows this league quite like you do in that sense. Where does Hell is Real rank in the pantheon of rivalry matches in this league?
I've seen it from the outside. And rivalry games in sports, it's amazing. And for what's been built here between Cincinnati and Columbus, I mean, it's not like any other ones around the league, I don't think. And the name Hell is Real, I can't wait. I look forward to it. I'll ask most of the guys in the locker room so they can tell me more about it. But for myself, I definitely don't want to look too far for when that is. And I'm not going to be liked. That's just what it is. So, but that's fine. Yeah.
Do you have a sense of like how soon you could be in games with this team? Like, do you feel like you're I mean, you played some in March, but it's been.
Yes.
How ready can you?
Yes. I was just talking to Pat just now. Actually, he's telling me that if I'm ready to start on Wednesday, then I can. I'm joking.
Wow.
I don't know.
I'm just giving it to you right now. No, I don't know. This was my first training with the group, and look forward to, the health of the rest of the players. I feel good. Again, I've been working out. I've been doing a lot. Played my last game against Egypt, which was a long time now. But I'm ready. I'm ready for when my number is called. But that's all up to the staffs.
Have you seen some of the reaction from FC Cincinnati fans? I don't know how much you're on social media, but like
a lot.
You're already a club. You're a club legend already because they've been waiting for you to come back. Like you mentioned.
I hope I don't disappoint them. No, I haven't seen. Seriously, I haven't seen anything. But I'm excited. I'm seriously excited because it just gives you a little bit of like a different goosebumps, butterflies when this happened. I asked my kids, I named the 3 clubs that I was talking to, and I gave them a choice to pick which one. And I'm not just saying this just because of you guys, but they chose this one out of the 3 clubs I gave them. So I was like, okay. So when I told them it's happening, they couldn't believe it either. So we're excited, and I can't wait. I just can't wait to be in front of the fans and hopefully deliver.